You're listening to the Blush and Burn Books podcast.
Where two sisters read anything from slow burns to heart-pounding spice. I'm Laura.
And I'm Annie. Grab your favorite drink and let's get bookish.
Smut Smut 1, 2.
Smut Smut 3 and 4.
Welcome back to the Blush and Burn Books podcast. I'm Laura Eakin.
And I'm Annie Baxter.
And today we are talking about our book club reads from September. We read Praise by Sara Cate as our main read and Still Beating by Jennifer Hartman as our side quest.
Wow.
We did both. High five.
Heavy hitters.
Yeah.
I guess not both of them are heavy.
But they both have triggers.
Yeah, I feel like we ramped it up a notch this month.
We sure did. And I'm not going to lie.
I'm not sad about it.
I was here for it.
Yeah, I'm not sad about it.
Yeah. But let's talk about our main read first.
Let's talk about our main read first.
Actually, let's talk about how we choose our book club books.
I love this. I love this
do I.
topic, Laura. I'm so glad you brought it up.
This is actually one of my favorite things that you came up with because
Thank
you get
God.
all the praise for this. Before we came up with this process, we were pre-reading books. And I mean, we were pre-reading. It was so much.
It was stressful.
It was so stressful to a point where you were reading almost 8 extra books a month and getting completely burnt out. And by the time book club came about, you were like, if it was one you read, you were like, I just don't want to do this.
And we were trying to theme it, which by the way, I loved the idea of the theme. I thought the theme was dope AF. And I would not hate if we did what we do now and be only put in ones like this.
Yes.
I mean, if everyone's if we want to shake it up a little bit later on, I think that's how we shake it up.
Yes.
But what we do, I'll explain it. We make everybody at book club. We have a fishbowl. Everybody at book club gets to put in anywhere from 2 to 4 books. Every once in a while, someone will throw one in that's more. It's not necessarily.
This part's not a science, and it's not mandatory.
No, it's just, what do you think, knowing what you know about the club and the girls that come, knowing what we know, what do you think everybody would enjoy reading? And
Yes.
and I do take that into an account, right?
Yes,
do you?
absolutely.
I do too.
Always.
Because there's some that I'm like, that's too dark. That's and I think because it is a book club, it's smart to be try and walk a little bit of a middle ground a little bit. So
I would agree.
Yeah. And so you put them in the fishbowl. We pull 4 out.
This also includes books that are on your immediate TBR.
That was the goal.
That was the original goal, was what is next on your TBR? Or what is something that you've wanted to read but haven't read yet?
Yes.
Or that you read and absolutely loved.
And
just something to throw in that you think the book club
I don't
would
mind if people put in things that they read, but I think the goal is to find ones you haven't.
Yes.
Agreed?
I agree.
Okay.
I always put in things that I haven't read.
Me too. Mostly because I want to read another book.
Yeah. I want to try something new. That's,
yeah.
That's the whole point of book club, is going on the journey together.
Right. Exactly.
So we decided that the themes weren't working.
Not working.
Everybody puts a book on a slip of paper, puts it in the fishbowl.
And then we pull 4 out.
We pull 4 out. What do we do with those 4?
We throw them up on poll.
Yep.
And we pick the one with the most votes gets to be the number 1 read. And then the one with the second most becomes what we call more of an option, or
it's our side quest.
We call it a side quest. And so, and a good chunk read both books.
Yes.
But I think that the best part about it is, even though there's still 2, it doesn't, if you only have time to pick which one you want to read, you can just pick which one you want to read.
Yes. And then if you end up reading both, and we discuss both books either way.
Yeah, we talk about both
so
books.
So then you can decide, even if you're I could only read one, but I want to hear the discussion on the other one. We keep it relatively spoiler free. We don't get too crazy into it.
No, it just depends. But it depends on the book,
just kind of depends,
doesn't it? Yeah, it depends on the book.
So saying spoiler free is inaccurate. But we discuss them, and then you get to choose if you want to keep reading it or not. And a couple girls will get part way, and they're like, I just couldn't finish it. I need to know if this is worth finishing.
Yeah.
We do get that. Yeah, and we do that. And it's a lot of fun. And at the end of this, we will show you our reads for October, which I'm actually really excited about. And you've already started one. But for September, we read Praise by Sarah Kate as our main read. And this was a reread for me. And I
Me as
couldn't have
well.
been happier.
I feel like if you haven't read Sarah Kate, where have you been?
You are so missing out.
You're missing out. And I've read Praise before. I've also
Same.
read Eyes on Me.
Same.
And
Give me
so
more.
a couple weeks ago, but before I did Praise, I went to, in the same series, I read 3 and 4, which was Mercy and Give Me More. I don't remember which that order is. I just read them.
Brain's
And
got it. It's
then
fine.
Keep Me. I
Yep.
went on like a whole Sarah Kate, like, because I enjoy the way she writes.
Yes.
And she does have a little bit of a formula, I feel, but I'm here for it.
It's well mapped out and well executed.
She knows how to create emotion into her story without being it too heavy.
Yeah,
Do you think?
she does it really well where it's not like info dumping.
Yeah.
And she gives you the little breadcrumbs so that when
Yep.
you get to some form
Yeah.
of revelation, you're like, oh, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah. And you're just along for the ride
Yes.
of the journey of the story.
Absolutely.
Which I think should be any fucking purpose to any book.
Oh, for the love, please.
That should be
Please.
it. I'm here for your journey. What kind of
Yeah.
journey are you going to take me on? And let's go. That's the job of an author. And,
I agree.
The better you can do it, the better you're going to be.
Yep. And this was spot on for that. I gave it 5 stars. What did you give it?
I mean, I gave it 5 stars. I just enjoyed the story.
Yeah.
I mean, flat out, you've got Taboo. I'm here for it. You've
It's
got
such good Taboo too.
I do think she has the capability of bringing a little bit of realness
Yes.
into her stories. So whether or not, even if maybe age gap isn't, because this has age gap in
Yep.
it. If age gap isn't your thing, I still think that it has the it's showing realistically like what happens when you do have age gap. Like
Yes.
like I
The
feel like
inner
she brought
monologue
the
she did
reality
really good with,
of like
too.
what that would be like for both of them
Yes.
and the obstacles that come with that,
Yes.
and also dealing with the other people that are around you.
Yes.
Like what does that look like? Do you care what other people think? Do you like it really brings in a lot of questions about that type of dynamic.
Right. So synopsis of Praise.
Go for it.
Our main character is Charlie, and Charlie is dating this individual named Bo, and she's decided she's done, and he keeps treating her like crap, so she leaves. But his dad is the one who co-signed on their rental,
Right.
so she has to go meet the dad to
Right.
get her deposit back. Dad is Emerson. Emerson is a owner of the Salicious Players Club.
That he is.
Oh, daddy. And he is just fine specimen. Just creme de la creme. And he's looking for a new submissive.
He is.
And they mistake her as an applicant.
They do. And I thought this mix up was honestly, it was probably one of the best parts of the book, because I think that
good.
it is such a great introduction into both characters, but
Yes.
also it's a good introduction of like what we're going to see in the rest of it, right? Like it was a really good, and it was funny. And it was like enough where you knew what was happening on both sides, and you were just like, ah.
You're like, oh no. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
but what's even better
gonna happen?
is she does it. Like the minute she walks in, I mean,
The assistant, for lack of a better term for this, goes, it'll be better if you're on your knees.
Yeah.
When he comes in, and she's like, what
the
am I
heck?
doing? And then she goes, okay. She goes, oh, and looking at the floor. And I'd be
Fantastic.
like,
Right.
where am I?
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
I don't know how I would have responded to
No,
that.
but I think that it's like, I think what it's trying to show is that she was capable
of
being,
doing it
she
and
was
actually
capable
follow
of actually,
instructions.
yeah, she was actually capable of being a submissive.
Yes.
And honestly, I mean, that's just kind of the gist of it. I mean, you gave it, that's pretty much the gist of it. There were some way just fun, yummy parts. We have a scene that, I mean, we have a vibrator with a remote control scene. It's so fun. Like, it kind of gives me 27 Dresses vibes. Have you seen that? What? Looks like I have something to show Laura. Because now I'm like questioning myself, but it is. It's 27 Dresses. No, it's not. Son of a gun. Give me a minute. It'll come to me. Okay.
Brain doesn't know, so brain can't answer.
I know, brain. Why are you not working?
I don't know.
I can see the actress in my head. And you know what's funny? She just got into books. She just read all of the Trial of the Sun Queen series. And then she's been posting about it and talking about it.
Are you talking about The Ugly Truth with Katherine Heigl?
That's it.
Oh my gosh.
Thank you, brain. Jesus. Thank you. Okay, brain. Thank you. That's exactly what I was talking about.
They go to dinner in The Ugly Truth, and she's wearing vibrating underwear, and the remote gets kicked around, and he gets it back, and he goes, "You need to give that to me."
But that's what I thought of with this part of this scene.
Oh my gosh.
And it was so much fun.
Yes, I would agree.
Yeah. What was your favorite part of? Do you have a favorite part of Praise?
Oh. No. I loved all of it.
Okay, so I have a favorite part. My favorite part.
I do have 1, 2 favorites.
Okay.
But one of them is in the epilogue.
Okay.
I love that epilogue. And I have a couple a couple others, but they're just kind of sprinkled in.
So my favorite scene is she comes into work for her very first day. He asks her to come work for him.
As a secretary,
not necessarily.
This is not.
He knows she needs the job, or needs the money, and says, "Just come work for me." So she comes and works for him, not as a submissive, but she now kind of knows that he is attracted to her, right?
Mm-hmm.
So she comes the first day in a pencil skirt with a black bra and like a see-through white blouse, and what transpires through that to me was just so much fun. And I can't help myself. I love a little bit of a tease. So I just thought it was a good time. And I just thought it was like a perfect setting of like, oh, she wants to have fun.
Yes.
Like she wants this to be fun. And he's obviously enjoying it. So I loved it.
I do like that part.
Yeah, I do too.
So my favorite scene outside of that is actually what I read at book club.
Okay, I will second this.
Because she goes on a little bit of a... so her name's Charlie, but she goes by... her real name is Charlotte. And only Emerson calls her Charlotte.
Yeah.
And he calls her that when they're in a dom-sub situation.
Right.
And I love that. But I guess not only, but that like becomes their thing. But there's a moment where she goes and like figures out exactly what needs to happen in a dom-sub relationship. And she goes down like a Reddit rabbit hole, right? This is what I'm assuming it is like Reddit, where it's like, get a knee pad, get these things, make sure you have this stuff all together. And here's a list of things for you to fill out 1 through 5 of how likely you are to do things. And if you are marking 0 on things, then it's like a no-go. Well, she gives Emerson the list and says, I want to know what you want. And he goes, there isn't anything I wouldn't do with you. It's like, I want all of it. You want me to tell you?
It's how he says it. And it's just so, it's perfect because it does show how dominant how dominant he is. Mm-hmm. And if you are into
look at
more
this.
of like exactly the dominating male, like this is perfect for it.
Okay. So this is what he says. Before I can even think of a response, he continues, I'll fill out that form for you if you want, but I don't need to. You want me to tell you that I want to taste you, Charlotte? Because I do. I want to touch you, tease you, fuck you, bend you over my knee, and turn that pretty little backside read. There's not a thing that I wouldn't do on that list. Oh, wait, hold on. There's not a thing on that list I don't want to do with you. So you can put the paper and pen away, little girl. Every single thing would would get a 5 from me.
Yeah. Yeah, but it's because it's just part of the whole setting. Like she's feeling vulnerable, right? And in that time, like she's feeling vulnerable. He's coming back at her and being like, "You don't need to be vulnerable about this. Like, I would do any of it."
Yeah. Because she's feeling like she filled out her list of the things that she wanted and he hadn't filled it out yet. Because they started out the
because
dom
it puts her in a vulnerable position.
I know.
And so it's like
she fills it out and she goes, I've left the sex stuff blank on purpose. I don't know if like you said that you don't know if we're going to go that way. And then they start to get to that point and she goes, I filled it out. And then she's like, I want you to fill it out.
Yeah.
And then she's like second guessing and like some other things happen and and then he corners her and is like, no, you need to listen.
I will throw this out there briefly. And maybe it's just because people don't necessarily, and authors in general, don't want to take it to like the next step. And I understand this, but I do think that I have a small pet peeve, and a lot of it is, and I've had it in multiple books now, where the edge is created with this list. What will you do? What will you not do? The edge has been created. I don't even know if it's an edge, but
like a limit. It's like your line and your boundary.
Yeah, but I feel like it's because we filled out this list, we are now in the kink zone, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
I believe it's like assumed, right?
Yeah.
But here's the problem. We don't. There were some that were shown in. There were scenes in this that I could say would be considered on this list, but the problem is that we don't actually get to doing anything that's on the list. Correct. So this is what's frustrating for me is that it's like,
all talk, no show.
Thank you. That's exactly what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
All talk, no show. Okay, but we're creating a book that's about kink. And so I do think that there are also just, and I don't need to be like the whole thing is kink. I want plot, but I do think sometimes we throw this in here thinking like, oh, this is going to give a little bit of edge. This is going to give a little bit of, and in the end, we don't quite fulfill.
Yeah.
On the back end of what we think we might be getting. You know, it's like, here, this is all this. And then on the back end, we're like, did we even do anything on the list? And I mean, I have a few that like I can think of off the top of my head that have done that. And it's been just a little disappointing. I think if we can we do one thing? Yeah, maybe two.
That'd be nice.
They don't have to be major.
No.
I mean, we do have a scene in there with, the cross. Did she get hanging on the cross? Do we have a cross?
No, she sent the picture.
Listen, I've read multiple Sara Cate.
I know. And now you're trying to figure out which one's
right. Blend
So
together.
no, she said, in praise, there's a moment where she sends a text message of the cross and then what's it called?
I know. I was trying to think of it too, and now I'm like angry because I can't.
The one
think
on
of
the
what
ankle.
It's called. Yeah.
And she goes, "Have you ever used one of these?" And he's like, "Well, yeah."
Yeah.
And then it was like, "Would you use this on me?"
Yeah.
Like, so it was like a conversation.
Okay.
Of that. So it didn't actually happen in this one.
Right.
But
it does happen in others, though.
It does happen in others.
Just so you know, it does happen in others.
It comes up.
It
does come up.
It gets used in others.
Yes.
As we progress.
So good.
I do think that in this particular series, the books do build on each other. And I do think it's important. Personally, I do think it's good to read them in order because
because then
the
couples are already established.
But they do overlap a little bit, right?
Yes.
Like we're seeing like Give Me More talks even a little bit like pre pre the club, like before the club a little bit.
A little bit, yeah, because there's backstory between the two
Yeah.
main characters.
Yes, there's some backstory there. Well, even between all of them, like
Well, they all start at the same place.
exactly.
Which is one thing that I absolutely love is that they all start at a conversation where they're all at
we
dinner.
should talk about that really quick. The beginning scene of each book is the exact same conversation
through a
about
different
starting,
point of view.
Through a different point of view about starting the club. And
Yeah.
so the very first line is exactly the same in every single book.
Yep. It's good.
And actually I'll read it because I think it's fantastic. It's literally the exact same. He says, this is like the very first sentence. So I had a fistful of her hair in my hand, and we were both in the moment when I looked at her right in the eye and said, suck my cock like a good little girl. The next thing I knew, she reared back her fist and clocked me right in the face. Okay. That's the first. That's like the first few lines that are in
Of
every single
6
book.
books.
And
all 6 books.
Technically that's Emerson talk. That's actually Emerson talking.
Yes.
But the best thing is like after that's said, you get
go
to
into
see the next person's point of view who's in
Yep.
the book, and you get to see like what they thought about that statement.
Yes.
And so it's
so
actually really
good.
great. I love this idea. I think it's really smart how she did it. So I have a few more to read in this series. So do you.
Yeah, I have 3 more.
We'll be completing it out. We have an arc that we need
also
to accomplish.
Obtained a copy of The Good Girl Effect.
Which we would like to do.
We got it after it had already been published through NetGalley.
Yeah.
Not sure how this works
Yeah,
when you're
I don't
trying
know
to
how
do
that
arcs.
works either, but it still is good.
But,
we want.
yeah.
I mean, we plan on reading it anyway.
Yeah, we will be reading it,
So
but we are debating on if it has to come after all the Salacious Players books. So we're just going to read through the rest of Salacious Players before we go into it.
Correct.
So overall,
5 stars.
5
Fantastic.
stars.
Love the series.
This is a BKX rating.
I think so.
It also is a 4 chili pepper read. I did not give it 5 chili peppers because there is more plot
I agree.
to smut
For sure.
and spice.
Yeah, there is.
While a lot of the plot revolves around Spice because he's a sex club owner,
Yeah, but
it's not enough
no, it's
for
not
me to
enough.
classify that as 5
No, it's
chili
not.
peppers.
Yep, we're good.
So
I think that's perfect.
beautiful. Now on to
Still beating.
Holy shit.
Wow.
Okay, I'm going to start this one off by stating we were told right after it was selected and we announced it, like we were told a little bit about it at book club, but then a couple of people came forward and were like, hey, you guys really need to check the trigger warnings on this. You really need to look at these and look at what's happening because there is on page rape.
Yeah,
essentially.
There is.
And it's one of those things that I don't like reading.
No.
But the way that this one was done, I felt, and this sounds bad, it's tactful.
No, it was.
But it's so oddly tactful. I don't know how else to put this.
Yeah. Well, I think that it's fairly realistic.
I felt like it was very realistic.
Of like what could happen. No one wants to think that it is possible to be kidnapped, and no one wants to go to that extent.
Correct.
And I mean the basic plot of this story.
Well, give a synopsis.
Yeah, is that our FMC is, and I literally just spaced her name.
Cora.
Thank you. Yep, you're right. It's Cora.
Cora and Dean.
Yep. She has a sister, and her sister is engaged to Dean, and they have been engaged not for very long, but they've been dating for years. So Dean has been in Cora's life for years, right? And they grew up together. I believe they even went to school together. Correct?
Yes.
So, I mean, they've been in each other's lives for a long time. They've always had a fighting type of banter, maybe. And it sounds like Cora took it more as like teasing, where he just thought he was being a boy.
Yeah.
I mean, to an extent.
Yeah, it's exactly what it is.
So, in the end, they get she gets tanked one night at a bar. She needs someone to come pick her up. Her wallet got stolen.
And the only person who's awake or
the-
answers their phone is Dean.
And he comes and he picks her up, and within this very strange, bizarre happenings, her window gets rolled down.
No, it gets broken. She
Gets
never
broken.
rolled it
You're
down.
right. She didn't roll it down. It gets broken, and someone grabs her, and with the struggle, I think they both get knocked out, and here we go. We've been kidnapped. And the two of them have been kidnapped together, and the story is the first 30% of the story is a little bit hard.
If you can make it through the first
30%, you're golden, because what is so beautiful is what happens after. And the realisticness, if that's even a word, of how you would cope with something like what was done to them after.
Yes.
This is not an easy read.
No.
And I will admit that when I first started, I was nervous that I wasn't in the right headspace to be here.
Yeah.
And
well, you called me and you said, I want you to know that it's okay to stop reading.
Yeah, because I
wasn't in a good headspace at the time.
I just wanted you to know that, like, if you can't do this, it's okay. Like,
and I don't love really dark romances.
Yeah,
and I don't normally like them
that's
when
not usually
they're
your go-to.
Contemporary. I don't usually love contemporary dark romance.
Yeah, you'd rather it be in like more of a fantasy
I would
type
prefer
setting.
fantasy.
Correct. Because it does have a realness to it.
Yes, it does.
That can be very hard. And so I think once you get past, if you can get past the first 30% and realize that it's setting you up for the beautiful story afterwards, and the roller coasters that would come mentally and physically from being raped and being kidnapped
and then escaping,
and yes, I mean, and the escape was, and I don't think that's a spoiler, the escape was amazing, and it gave a real threat.
Yes.
Like the stakes in this were high.
So high.
And
but they stayed high throughout the
agreed.
book.
Agreed. They did, because they just changed.
They shifted.
The stakes shifted, but each time they shifted,
it's like they stayed at the same level, and they continued to stay high.
Yeah.
Which is so important in a book when you are talking about stakes.
Yeah.
It's like 80% of the reason I'm reading a book is for its stakes.
Right.
And like, how are you going to navigate it? How are you going to pull through that?
How did you like how it ended?
It was fine. I felt like the ending showed that there can be healing. And I felt like by the end, I was ready for the healing, because I was like, what are we doing? Like, there was a portion where I was like, come on.
But that's what kept it real. That's what kept it real, because as human, we tend to hold on to our wounds.
Yes.
And healing is not easy.
No.
And it also means you got to look at shit that you don't want to have to look at.
Right. And I think that's why it was so realistic. You know what
Agreed.
I mean? So I enjoyed the ending. This does get an HEA at the very end.
That's great. It does.
But I enjoyed it. You know
Whether
what I
it's
mean?
the
Like,
one
I still gave it 4 stars. Like, I liked it.
I did too. I gave it 4 stars. I don't think I can give it 5, only because it does have some emotional roller coaster to it that I tend to.
I don't like being pulled on those.
Sometimes that's hard on me.
It feels like the crank on a roller coaster that's continuously like pulling you up to the very top.
But I mean, if you like
and
that,
I was just like,
this will be a
I don't
5-star
like being
read
pulled that
for you
way.
all day long.
Oh, absolutely. If you like the emotional roller coaster ones, the ones that like truly get at your core, that is this story.
There were girls who loved this.
Yeah, there were girls that absolutely loved it. I give 4 stars. It was a good read. I will recommend it out to the people who enjoy
Right.
this style of book.
And we didn't have as many read this one.
We did not.
As praise, and I think that was just because I just think that's what you're going to get with this style. And
Yes.
no one was sad about it. Nobody was
Mm-mm.
like I think that they were all happy, and
I'd agree.
The best part about book club is we read them, we wrap them up, and we move on.
Yep. So for Still Beating, this is a BKR.
BKR.
This was, I think I gave it 3 chili peppers, maybe 2.
Was we listen, we debated on it.
This one we went back and forth.
This was
for,
really
the actual
hard
definition
because
is here.
This does not have any what I would consider kink in it. It's just that there is rape, and so
and it's
I wouldn't say it's. I was just gonna say it's not graphic, but it is. It is.
It is, but it's not like the 6 pages worth. You know what I mean? Like you're getting from a smut novel.
Agreed.
So,
but it does pull. It does pull the correct emotion out of you that is needed.
Yes.
So, being a female, it's just. But here's what's really great about it is it actually pulls it from a male perspective as well.
Yes, it does. So you get part 1 is through the female perspective, so Cora. Part 2 is through Dean, our MMC,
Correct.
and then part 3 is done through Cora.
Yeah, and I actually thought that was fantastic.
I actually really liked it. I like
because
that
I do think you need to see
that.
what happened to Dean.
Absolutely.
Through his perspective.
Yep.
And I do think you need to see what he thought and felt about Cora, without it coming from her perspective, because as we all know, life is perspective.
1000%.
I mean, I realize that it's I know a lot of people don't love reading books with multiple perspectives. I do.
I love it.
So, for instance, something like Zodiac Academy, I love it.
Yeah.
I realize some people are like, "Oh, I'm changing all the time." I don't have a problem with that. I actually really enjoy I enjoy multiple perspectives because I think it creates a great upper visual of everything that's happening in a story. So I actually love that. I know some people think it's a little bit more complicated, but I always think if an author can do that right, I mean, geez.
Oh, it definitely has to be done right. I do like multiple point of views. I just get confused when we add in too many. Especially if I'm listening to it in an audiobook, then I go, mother of pearl, where are we now? And if it's not like a full cast, then I lose track.
But that's the job. But that's the job as an author is to be able to create like the perspective that's coming. Like because of what's happening.
You know
the way they're talking, the way they're behaving. You know which character you're in.
Yes.
So if it's done right, multiple VOVs is not an issue.
Yeah.
It's if they're not doing it right, that's when you're getting confused.
Yeah. Well, and both of these are done in a dual narration.
Yeah.
And there are dual point of views in each book, and they are both done in first person. So I feel like this month knocked it out of the park for me. But
yeah, I love September.
I did feel like I got put in a bit of a book slump after Still Beating.
It took me a day to be like,
it took
wow,
me a
that
minute.
was heavy. I need to process that a little bit, or just kind of chill and like,
or like throw something really light and fluffy in there.
Yeah, I think I read something a little bit. I think I went into something fantasy right afterwards. I was like, okay, yeah, I did. I think it was like, okay, it's time to do something a little.
Let's bring it up.
Yeah, like a little bit more fantasy.
Yeah, I have to do that frequently though.
Yeah.
Like if I'm reading a darker book, I have to. The next one has to be light and fluffy.
That's what's so fun about having books and reading, though.
I love it.
You can move on and do whatever you want.
Yep.
Yeah.
So our next books for October, our main read, I'm so excited for, is Stalked by Seduction and Shadows.
I keep getting the words in that title flipped. So
I know. I
can't.
Really hoping that I said that right.
When I was watching you, I was like, that's right. Okay.
Stalked by Seduction and Shadows by Maggie. It starts with an S. I can't remember the last name now.
I'm excited for this one because it has some really great...
Has some amazing reviews.
It does have some great reviews on it. And I don't think anyone has read it.
No. The person who put it in was like, this is one I want to read really bad.
Yeah, so I
It's supposed to
don't
have
think
vampires.
Yeah, so
right?
that's what I think is fun. And it's vampires is Sunsery? Sunseri.
Sensory.
Maggie Sunsery. Stalked by seduction and shadows.
I was right.
It looks like it does have it has headphones on it. Looks like it might have a whisper sync, although I did buy the Audible of that one.
Yeah. So it is on KU and on Audible.
Mm-hmm.
And then our side quest book is Find Me by Ashley
Yeah.
Rosatek.
I
Is that what
started
it is?
reading it already, so I'm excited for this one. This one will be cool to read, to get into.
Oh,
I
sick.
told you the first page is like, whoa, I'm hooked. Great, fantastic. I know exactly. I get so giddy
When a hook gets you from page
when
1?
I kind of have direction in a book within the first few pages. This is just me personally struggle when we're 50%, 30%, 50% in the book and I still don't know which way we're going. I have an idea, but I still don't feel like I have a full direction because I think they're trying to get you into this their world building. They're getting you into, okay, that's great. But I would really, really appreciate it if I could have a little bit more direction at the beginning. It's the hook. I need it. And if I don't have it, what is the purpose?
But you're really big on hooks. You have to hook Annie within the first 15%. Unless she has to read it, then she's kind of pulling.
Call it maybe it's an attention span thing. I don't know, but
Girl,
it's
you can't even sit for 3 seconds on a TikTok. Of course it's an attention thing.
You don't grab me, I'm done. If you have your Okay, let's rant for a second. If you have your book turned with your pages to me, I automatically scroll away. And I'm going to tell you why. I am not here to get you. The point is for me, I don't want to be used to get me to a minute. It makes me feel used. Be direct. If you show it to me and what you're saying is enough to grab me, then I'm going to watch.
Yeah.
Just show me the cover of the book and then give me a few key things. And if I choose to stay on, I will.
Yeah.
But this weird
let me show you the white pages.
And
give
then
you a
wait
little blurb
minute,
and then
and
flip
then we'll
it.
flip. I mean, we've all
You don't
done
like
it.
that.
Don't get me wrong. I mean, I've done it.
Yeah.
I did it. I'm past it.
Yeah, I think that we've all kind of moved past it for now.
It's tired. It's worn out. I'm over it. And my other huge master pet peeve is when I can't read the title of your book because it's backwards.
Invert your videos.
It's backwards, people. I am not a rocket scientist. Okay, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to read
No,
backwards.
but if your brain doesn't process that way, it doesn't process that way.
takes me
Mine
too
does.
long.
But I have to pause it and then really think through it.
Do you know why I think it is? It just hit me why. It's because I think I have more of a photographic memory. I see the cover and the title and everything, and I put the picture of it in my head. But when it's backwards, I don't have that because that's not really what it is. So it's I just need the camera flipped. It's just really hard for me personally to see it.
Or put up a thing in front of it that actually shows me what it is you're talking about.
Yeah, it's I almost would rather maybe don't actually show me the book, or maybe hold the book in your hand but show a picture of the actual cover of the book flipped or something.
There's a couple creators that do that, and I am very grateful.
And for sure, because the whole point is to get the information that you think is important out to the people that trust you.
Yes.
And they trust your opinion. And maybe they don't always agree with your opinion, but it's the best part about opinions. Everybody has one.
Yep. They're like assholes.
I don't know if I have anything else to rant about.
I don't at the moment either. But, we could talk next time. We always have more. They always come back. Bookish hot takes. They're always at the end.
I know.
Because then all of a sudden things will hit.
I know. But I feel like this is our everyday conversation.
We talk about this all day, every day. So if you guys have not read Praise or Still Beating, these are books that we recommend. And if you would like to like this video, subscribe, and come back because we will be reviewing October's reads at the end of next month.
We will.
So make sure to come back and we will be seeing you guys soon. That's it for today's episode on the Blush and Burn Books podcast, where we spread those pages and stir up all the feels. We hope you're walking away with a new book for your TBR, a smile, and maybe a little blush. Don't forget to subscribe, leave us a review, and share this episode with your fellow book lovers. You can find us on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube for even more bookish fun. Until next time, keep those pages turning and stay bookish.